Welcome to StarReel Diaries, where we relive the magic of Hollywood's most iconic films and the stars who brought them to life. Today, we're setting sail on a journey back to 1997 to revisit the legendary Titanic, a film that blended epic romance, historical tragedy, and groundbreaking filmmaking to become a global phenomenon. From the grandeur of the ill-fated ship to the unforgettable love story of Jack and Rose, Titanic captured the hearts of millions and cemented itself as one of the most beloved films of all time. But what happened to the stars who made this masterpiece unforgettable? Join us as we explore the transformations of the cast from their time on screen to where they are today. We'll uncover fun facts about their real names, ages, and the incredible journeys they've taken since their time aboard the RMS Titanic. Let's dive in. Leonardo DiCaprio. When Titanic premiered, Leonardo DiCaprio was just 22 years old, playing the role of Jack Dawson, a passionate, free-spirited young artist. He won a ticket aboard the ill-fated ship and fell in love with Rose, a young woman from a wealthy family. Despite having no social status or wealth, Jack had a warm heart and an adventurous spirit, making him an unforgettable character. DiCaprio's perfect blend of charm, romance, and striking good looks made audiences around the world fall in love with him. His iconic moment standing at the bow of the ship, shouting, "I'm the king of the world," became one of the most legendary scenes in cinematic history. Following Titanic, DiCaprio quickly became one of Hollywood's biggest stars. At 49 years old, he has won an Academy Award for The Revenant 2015 and starred in numerous blockbusters such as Inception, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Beyond acting, DiCaprio is also an environmental activist, founding the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation to protect the planet. From a wandering artist on the Titanic to a global cinematic icon, Leo's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet was born on October 5, 1975 in Reading, Berkshire, England. In Titanic, 1997, she portrayed Rose DeWitt-Bukater, a beautiful aristocratic young woman trapped in the rigid expectations of high society. Upon meeting Jack Dawson, she discovered her true passion and desire to live freely. Winslet's character left a profound impact on audiences with a perfect balance of vulnerability, determination, and deep emotion. Her chemistry with Leonardo DiCaprio created one of the most beloved love stories in film history. When Titanic was released, Winslet was just 22 years old, and her outstanding performance earned her an Oscar nomination for Best Actress, elevating her to Hollywood's A-list. Following Titanic, Kate Winslet continued to showcase her talent with a string of remarkable performances. She won her first Academy Award for The Reader 2008 and starred in critically acclaimed films such as Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Revolutionary Road, Steve Jobs, and most recently, Mayor of Easttown. At 48 years old, Winslet remains one of the most respected and admired actresses in Hollywood, known for her transformative performances and dedicated work ethic. Billy Zane. Billy Zane was born on February 24, 1966 in Chicago, Illinois, USA. In Titanic, he played Caledon Cal Hockley, Rose's wealthy and controlling fiancé. His character was charming yet manipulative, treating Rose as his possession rather than as someone he loved. While audiences despised Cal, Billy Zane's brilliant performance made him a highly memorable antagonist. At the time of Titanic's release, Zane was 31 years old, and the role helped him become a well-known face in Hollywood. However, unlike Leonardo DiCaprio or Kate Winslet, his career after Titanic did not reach the same level of superstardom. After the film, Zane continued acting in supporting roles in films such as The Phantom, Zoolander, The Believer, and TV series like Charmed. Beyond acting, he is also a professional painter, frequently holding art exhibitions worldwide. Now at 58 years old, Billy Zane remains active in the industry, but primarily appears in smaller projects and focuses on his artistic pursuits. Frances Fisher. Frances Fisher was born on May 11, 1952 in Milford-on-Sea, England. In Titanic, she portrayed Ruth DeWitt Bucator, Rose's strict and aristocratic mother. Her character represented the harsh and conservative nature of the upper class, prioritizing wealth and social status over her daughter's happiness. She constantly pressured Rose into marrying Cal to secure the family's financial future, regardless of Rose's true feelings. Though not the film's main antagonist, Ruth's rigid and controlling nature played a crucial role in pushing Rose toward breaking free. At the time of filming, Fisher was 45 years old, and her nuanced performance made Ruth one of the most memorable maternal figures in cinema. After Titanic, Frances Fisher remained a strong presence in Hollywood, appearing in notable films such as The Lincoln Lawyer and The Valley of Elah and the acclaimed HBO series Watchmen. Beyond acting, she is also a passionate activist, advocating for women's rights and environmental causes. Now, at 72 years old, she continues to be a familiar and respected figure in the film industry. Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates was born on June 28, 1948 in Memphis, Tennessee, USA. In Titanic, she portrayed Molly Brown, a wealthy yet kind-hearted and outspoken woman. She was one of the few first-class passengers who treated Jack with kindness and was among those who encouraged Rose to stand up for herself. At 49 years old, Kathy Bates was already an established actress before joining Titanic, bringing her signature strength and charisma to the role. Following Titanic, Kathy Bates continued to captivate audiences with a series of outstanding performances. She won an Academy Award for Misery, 1990, and delivered memorable performances in About Schmidt, Midnight in Paris, and the hit TV series American Horror Story. Now 76 years old, Bates remains a Hollywood legend, maintaining her prestigious career and unwavering talent. Susie Amis. Susie Amis was born on January 5, 1962 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, USA. In Titanic, she played Lizzie Calvert, Rose Dawson Calvert's granddaughter, who accompanied her on the journey to learn more about the Titanic. While her character did not have much screen time, Lizzie served as the bridge between past and present, allowing Rose to tell her incredible story. At the time of filming, Amis was 35 years old, and although her role was small, she was noticed for her elegant beauty and gentle demeanor. However, her acting career did not last long. After Titanic, she only took on a few minor film roles before deciding to step away from Hollywood to focus on her family and personal projects. Interestingly, in 2000, Susie Amis married Titanic director James Cameron, becoming his lifelong companion in both his career and personal life. Now, at 62 years old, she devotes much of her time to environmental and educational projects, co-founding the Muse School, which promotes sustainable living and plant-based education. Elsa Raven. Elsa Raven was born on September 21, 1929, in Charleston, South Carolina, USA. In Titanic 1997, she portrayed Ida Strauss, the devoted wife of Isidore Straus, co-owner of Macy's department store. One of the film's most heartbreaking moments was Ida's decision to stay behind with her husband instead of boarding a lifeboat. Their emotional embrace as water flooded their cabin remains one of the film's most poignant and unforgettable scenes. At the time of Titanic's production, Raven was 67 years old, and though she only appeared briefly, her performance left a lasting impact on audiences. The scene of Ida and Isidore Straus was a symbol of love and devotion, bringing many viewers to tears. Beyond Titanic, Elsa Raven had a long career in film and television, appearing in Back to the Future, 1985, In the Line of Fire, 1993, and various TV shows. She continued acting into her later years before passing away on November 2, 2020, at the age of 91. Her legacy lives on through her memorable roles and contributions to cinema. Bernard Hill. Bernard Hill was born on December 17, 1944 in Manchester, England. In Titanic, he played Captain Edward Smith, the commanding officer of the ship during its maiden and final voyage. His character was based on the real-life captain, a highly experienced seaman who faced immense pressure to ensure Titanic reached New York on time. As the disaster unfolded, Captain Smith chose to go down with his ship, standing in the wheelhouse as the Titanic sank beneath the waves. At the time of filming, Bernard Hill was 52 years old, and his poignant and dignified performance brought great emotional depth to the role. His somber expressions and silent resignation in the final moments made his character one of the most memorable figures in the film. After Titanic, Hill continued his successful career, but his most notable role was King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, cementing his place in cinematic history. Now, at 79 years old, Bernard Hill has largely stepped away from acting, but remains a respected figure in British cinema. Jonathan Hyde. Jonathan Hyde was born on May 21, 1948 in Brisbane, Australia. In Titanic, he portrayed J. Bruce Ismay, the managing director of White Star Line, the company that owned the Titanic. His character was ambitious and eager to break speed records, hoping the Titanic would make headlines for its success. However, when disaster struck, Ismay was one of the few upper-class men who managed to secure a spot on a lifeboat, leaving behind thousands of passengers. Because Ismay was a real historical figure, he was widely criticized as a coward for surviving while many women and children perished. At 49 years old, Jonathan Hyde delivered a powerful and layered performance, portraying Ismay as both an ambitious businessman and a man crumbling under the weight of guilt and fear. After Titanic, Hyde continued to star in well-known films such as The Mummy, Jumanji, The Strain, and Richie Rich. While not a Hollywood superstar, he has been highly praised for his ability to portray complex characters. Now, at 76 years old, Hyde remains an active actor in both film and television. Titanic 1997 is a cinematic masterpiece that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. With its breathtaking visuals, unforgettable love story, and powerful performances, the film became an instant classic and cemented its place in Hollywood history. Over 26 years later, the stars who brought this epic to life have followed different paths. Some reaching new heights of success, some stepping away from the limelight, and sadly, some no longer with us. Yet their contributions to Titanic remain timeless. The film's legacy endures through its devoted fan base, cultural impact, and lasting influence on the film industry. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey through Titanic's legendary cast. Stay tuned for more deep dives into Hollywood's greatest films and the stars who made them unforgettable, right here on StarReel Diaries. See you in the next adventure.